Let us begin by placing the palms very gently onto your thighs with a spine that is nice and tall. So feel it from the tailbone to the tip of the head. And fall into the rhythm of your natural breath to begin. Inhale with awareness and exhale with awareness. Inhale with awareness and exhale with awareness. Inhale with awareness and drop down into that exhale with awareness. Very gently start to focus onto your toes to start relaxing your body by using the awareness of your inhale and the exhale to keep loosening that every place that we send our awareness. From the toes, start to move on to the soles of your feet, the heels, and gently climb onto the ankles, the shin, the calves, the knees, the thighs, the back of the thighs, the hips, the core, and from the back of the thighs, we lift our awareness through the spine, right up to your shoulders, passing through the blades, relaxing your arms, loosening them up, starting from your armpits, the upper arms, the elbows, the forearms, and the palms. Let your chin be parallel, face very gentle, neck relaxed. And if you still feel that any place that needs your intervention, just allow your awareness to flow there. And use your exhale to loosen up. From this place of connecting with your inner self, we will do 3 rounds of Kapalbhati to create that internal premises which lends us to get into that meditative experience. So being aware of your abdomen, which flaps in on that every exhale, do 3 rounds of Kapalbhati, maybe 30, 40, 50 exhales, whatever that is a part of your practice. Let's begin. Gently absorb the pause after your first round. Allow your breath to restore and start engaging with those gentle sensations onto your open skin. When you restore your breath, begin with your next round. Once you finish your second round, remember to align your spine once again. Feel your abdomen once again. Let the after effects start to flow in. And allow yourself to just keep absorbing that any after effect, that shift that comes along. Once you're ready for that third round of Kapalbhati, the final one, start exhaling. When you're done with your final round of Kapalbhati, allow your breath to restore its natural rhythm in this relaxed and a softer, loosened version of the body. Feel that every rise and collapse of your belly, the rise and collapse of your chest, which means that you keep going back to your breath, distancing yourself from that any distraction. We now prepare ourselves to chant Bhramari 6 times, which further lets us step inside and prepare the premises for the deep meditative practice. After Bhramari, you need to make that one adjustment of the way that you're sitting down, whether crossed legs, whether in Vajrasana, any meditation posture that you're comfortable with, or feel free to sit on a chair, any flat and hard surface that lets you keep your spine tall. So sitting on a brick, sitting on a hard pillow, sitting on a chair is as what your practice has been. So allow yourself to be so comfortable to keep your spine erect without getting any distraction coming from your physical posture. For Bhramari, we will press the flaps of the ears with the thumbs. We use the fingers to gently cover the eyes. We take the tongue and place it either behind the teeth or on the upper palate, what works for you. And we press the flaps of the ears to chant the sound of a humming bee, which is till your exhale lasts. And we do this 6 times on our own. We then come back together and then we begin the final practice for today's full moon meditation. After you finish, gently land your palms open to the sky. Absorb the vibrations, the after effect, whatever that has been your experience with your eyes closed. And try to focus onto the picture, the darkness, the frame that is behind your eyes. Take a couple of breaths with your full awareness to soak in that after effect. And if you're sitting in open space, open your eyes and look up to the moon to soak in the moonlight. Allow that to just fall onto your entire body. Feel as if you're covered with that moonlight, putting like a sheath on your entire body that goes from the crown of your head and covers your whole body. Take that final gaze with the moon and gently close your eyes. Let there be that after image, that after effect, that what you hold inside your eyes, keep it with you. And now we begin with that journey where we remain completely undisturbed in that space. Where we begin by reciting what is it, that one thing that I desire. Use your inhale and flow into your belly. And define that what you desire very clearly, as clarity will be the first step for us before we move ahead. So give yourself that chance of redefining, which is very clear. What is that one thing? And it could be anything. It can be something as simple as I desire to let go of my resentment, to let go of my pattern of feeling frustrated too often. And your desire does not always have to be in the material and kind. But do not stop at that word resentment or something that you want to give up. But what is that? Is we need to define that clearly. As unless we define clearly, the manifestation will not proceed further. And we use this energy of the full moon day, which allows us to be intense with our emotions, intense with what we feel from within, the way we connect inside of ourselves than the usual days. We use this, we harness this full moon energy. So define what is it that you desire. Once you've done that, put it inside your belly. Put it up in front of your eyes. And the next step is your own belief of what is that appears to you as a challenge. You may want to call it a blockage. You may want to call it as a barrier. And that usually stems from the premises of fear of failure. That we do not go deep enough to define what we desire as clearly as we step back even before doing that. So what is that first that comes to your mind as a challenge? And we put that on the first door, whatever that door appears to you like. Just visualize that door. Put that challenge on the door. That you think that limits you, that you think that you usually just stop there and revoke. Open that door. Walk inside a few steps further, deep down. You then see the second door and you have the next challenge. And that could stem from the first or that could be completely different. But the second reason that you usually stop yourself, you push open that door, you walk inside, you go further in. You walk a few steps and you start bringing to your mind what's the next challenge that usually freezes me. Put that on the third door. Open that door. Walking through that third door, which has the third challenge that limits you. Walk a few steps. Keep walking till the time that your mind, your heart, once again, bring that next challenge that comes up. Place it on that door, the next one, the fourth door. Open that door. Walk inside. Further. You walk a few steps. You further start preparing yourself. Whether all the challenges that you have usually thought of or have experienced that has been the reason for you to freeze, to revoke, or never go further. Is there the next one place it on the fifth door. Open that door and walk inside with that whole radiance around you, that protective light that covers you, and walk along with those rays inside, opening up the fifth door. You walk a few steps, you give yourself a chance. Is there more that I feel is a challenge? You keep walking. When you come up with that next challenge, place it on the sixth door. And push open that sixth door and walk inside once again with the chest lifted, with that stance which makes you feel completely unstoppable. Open into and walk a few steps. You then further allow yourself, is there more that I feel that is a challenge that stops me? And you paste it onto the seventh door and you open it up. Go beyond and walk. You then start to have to walk more to find that what is more that I stumble upon, or might be, or maybe spring as a challenge. Think about it. We are going to take it all right to the end. Open that next eighth door, place it, and walk inside. Walk a few steps, and once again give yourself the chance to remember that what you desire, and is there still more that comes to your mind? If there is any challenge, any barrier, what you call, anything that freezes you, and you have a chance to place it on another door and open that up. And you do this till that door when you just no longer have that any challenge, anything that freezes you. And when that space you come where you have no further challenge that you bring to your mind, you announce that I am here. I'm fully present, fully aware and clear of what I desire. And you allow yourself to open up with your palms just completely ready to receive, your whole body, which is loosened, which is open to reception. That whole wave of emotion, of knowing what you desire, of having crossed that every challenge that you've thought of. And even if there comes any other little tiny thought, you remind of yourself that the most difficult time that you've had and you still sailed through it, no matter what time it took, no matter what you had to do for it, but you recollect that every moment of that time, that challenge, just remind yourself that you could sail through that and you cross that further. And that's exactly, you're here in the present, in the moment, and ready. You allow yourself to completely surrender into this, the commitment that you want to give into this, what you desire to create. Having opened up that every layer that you thought was a challenge, a barrier, And you walk past through that and come to a space and place that from there, it's just that you are going to take it up and move further, putting yourself that every moment, that every hour, that every day, that every part of you into pulling up yourself, presenting yourself with that complete commitment, that intention, knowing what you would like to create. And you may have to go through this process several times of recharging, resetting yourself to keeping yourself aligned with your desire. As you may not be able to depend upon that one-time charge, but you have to go back to that space. You have to create that awareness of resetting yourself. And maybe this time you may not have so many doors, but it's just that next time you sit and you just have 3 doors and you just have 2 doors, and then you have absolutely walked into that space. So you decide for yourself, this journey that you set up today is what you will take with you till the moment that you have created what you have desired. And you can tell yourself proudly that you've walked through this journey, and it might take time, of course, indeed it will. But you don't settle for something that's anything less than what you have desired and what you deserve. It's what you fully believe. You fully sign up, you commit till you bring yourself to feeling proud of what you create. Feel that intensity inside, right from your toes, rising up from the soles of your feet, your heels, your calves, your knees, that whole energy, that whole vibration of that, what you felt of this whole process of walking through the doors, that opening up of what you felt as challenges, pushing yourself through that and ready to keep doing that. Pass it through your knees, your thighs, your every cell, your hips, your lower back, your spine, your shoulders, your arms, your palms, your chest swelling up, your core feeling absolutely ready, your face fully lit up. Feel the crown of your head and feel that whole vibration, and it could be a completely different experience for each one of us. As I usually feel the goose pimples across my body, I feel that vibration. I feel it into my spine. I feel it into my breath. I feel it into my chest, into my core, my open palms. The whole body vibrates, resonates with what I have put as my desire. Even my lips, that whole vibration. Allow that to soak in completely. Take your inhale to feel that energy, to keep it inside and flow right to your belly, to plant it there. That every time you feel the need, you come back to this process, you redo this, as this may not remain for days and you need to recreate this. Feel that whole breath. Go back into the back of your eyes, set it up how you began. yourself to drop into your breath, feeling the outline of your body, your belly, where you first connect. Feel your any place in the body that is your spot, your place, which feels a little different than the other parts of the body. Try to enter the center of your chest, as most of the times it collects there. Feel the rise and the collapse. Soak it all in. Now gently start to allow yourself to fall in, feeling the environment, the outline of your body, that any physical place that lets you come back. You might want to move the tips of your fingers a little bit. And gently return. And you might want to go and just lie down flat onto your bed or any place that you may have created to rest, to soak in that complete after effect and enjoy that after effect. Record that and soak that in inside of yourself. While I leave you into that space that you created along with me. And I would like to thank you for your trust. And keep visiting this and creating this space till you have created and reached that place and see yourself in that reality that once was a desire. All my energy, my vibes, my good intentions that I flow towards you. Thank you.